sort of a history about Park Победы. So this was constructed in honor of Russia's victory over in a Great Patriotic War, also known as World War II for you guys. And the Park Победы, which means literally Victory Park, offers powerful reminders of Russia's suffering during the war, as well as provided views over the skyscrapers of Moscow. The entrance to the park is marked by a long promenade surrounded by fountains, which leads up to a 142-meter high obelisk covered in representations of scenes from the war. Behind the obelisk there is also a war memorial museum, and further on down the hill an exhibition of tanks, warplanes and other heavy weaponry. Beyond, the park stretches on into the forest and down towards the tributary of the Moscow River. Because I'm a history buff and interested in the war, this is definitely an important piece of Russian Moscow heritage, Russian heritage, and of course highly interesting. Plus it's an awesome park, I believe, so I guess we go check it out. This place is so huge anyways. Kind of reminds me of the Heroes of Leningrad memorial in south of St. Petersburg. Check out the video. But otherwise it's much bigger. All right, so this is, like I said, a place to remember, the events and heroes of the war. This is in English though, but yeah, so let's check out. So we are here, I think. I guess we just have to walk and we just find out as we go along. Here we have, by the way, Aeroflot to Moscow, to Berlin, to Minsk. And here it says, everything for the front, everything for victory. And here is to Leningrad. Yes, actually, I know, that's east. There's a lot of exhibitions about, like these are for about the signals, well, people who signalizes in the front or in the battle areas like this. We're not gonna go through them all because that would be very, you know, time-taking, time-consuming. History about Park Победы. So this was constructed in honor of Russia's victory over in a Great Patriotic War, also known as World War II for you guys. And the Park Победы, which means literally Victory Park, offers powerful reminders of Russia's suffering during the war, as well as provided views over the skyscrapers of Moscow. The entrance to the park is marked by a long promenade surrounded by fountains, which leads up to a 142-meter high obelisk covered in representations of scenes from the war. Behind the obelisk there is also a war memorial museum, and further on down the hill an exhibition of tanks, warplanes and other heavy weaponry. Beyond, the park stretches on into the forest and down towards the tributary of the Moscow River. Because I'm a history buff and interested in the war, this is definitely an important piece of Russian Moscow heritage, Russian heritage, and of course highly interesting. Plus it's an awesome park, I believe, so I guess we go check it out. Same thing, and kids are taught proper history. All right, let's go forward, man. Russian. Is this like? This is by the way. This is in honor of. I thought about why it's the Iron Cross, and here's like a Russian Romanov family coat of arms. This is actually in honor of Napoleon, war against Napoleon. So this is the spot where Napoleon came to Moscow actually, and expected to be handed. She said, handed the Moscow from Alexander the First. Guys, we just getting started. I think I'm gonna go to the cross and let's go check it out closer. Check it out. Here's a cross. I think it might have stands here maybe for might be me in a church that used to be here, just maybe. These are Stalinist era buildings here, and here is a forgotten cross. Wow, we are by the way high up. There's like some kind of a водохранилище. Check it out. New buildings built. Awesome, right? Gonna continue. Right, we're back on the alley. Schemite means blueprint. Alright, so we're gonna spend a lot of time here, guys. It's just so much. Let's see if I put it in pieces or something. Because we are we walking here? Here we are. We're going the wrong way, I guess. So yeah, here's the church. Главный monument, most important monument, more important building, 1945, museums here and there. Exposition of a fleet over here. So here we have lots of, I don't know what you call these. They all have different meaning for the heroes of the war, for the fallen ones. This is partisans of the war. And by the way, not memorial sites. I think they're just like honorary memorials. Yeah. So this is for the Black Sea, Admiral Oktyabrsk. There's by the way, like a city view location. It's closed, of course, unfortunately. Different fronts being commemorated here. And there is more of them. There's a lot of those, so I'm gonna just deviate from the route, from the route. Is it route or route? Oh my God, right? It says 1942. Check it out. This is like amazing spot, by the way, for real. Oh, I know that in the West, the narrative has changed, it was stronger. So there's no and because Russia has to be named the bad guy, even the history is now being re-narrated to fit Western purposes. I truly believe it, because it's like it's piece of the game, of the current game, I believe so. So very unfortunate because don't mix history, even though history does influence the future, but still, you know, you cannot overwrite the fact that Russia carried the heaviest losses. It took the heaviest hit from the Nazi Germany. And yes, I know what I'm talking about. All the special, most powerful armies were fighting the Russians. And I use the word Russians and Soviets since you guys, not you guys, but many of you like to say so, even though it's a lot more. It's Soviet Union altogether, but especially Russians. Sure, in a very important, well, basically hand in hand with Belarusians, Ukrainians, all nations. Same thing happened with UK, having the Indian Army and other Commonwealth in its grasp. The only difference, they weren't slaves of the well, or slaved. I don't mean like slaves. Let me now rephrase that. Check it out, this huge flag. Wow. There is a Belarusian front. Again, Belarusian front. There's many Belarusian fronts, different marshals leading the army. And check it out, this continues much further. And another Белорусский front, Васильевский, commanding marshal. And because I think this place is like when it's a good weather, people arrive here. It's like, wow, check out that one. That's one of the Stalin's tombs over there. Wow, nice one. But you gotta see this. It's dripping summery rain. And wow, check it out. Now this is some view. So we are now walking up towards the this, how many meters was it? It's 142 meters tall. Oh wow. Check it out, what a view. Oh my God. All right, it's getting worse. So guys, we on the reached the center of the park. This is not the end. This is the center of the park. Park Победы, Moscow City. Astonishing.
Where is the flag? There it is. All right, guys, no entrance to the sides. So let's go just around it. Huge horse cutting off the head. That's what you do. That's what you get if you try to front with Russia. Man, I'm wet already. I had an idea just as I was walking out of my two-star hotel. I had an idea. Hey, I just bought a nice, cheap but nice umbrella. I should take it with me. Nah, it won't rain, even though I knew it was gonna rain because the weather forecast says so. I don't know. All right, guys, we're entering the other side of the central area. Here is the eternal flame. Here is the Stalin's one of the seven sisters. And we're gonna go past and into the museum, into the War Museum, Great Patriotic War. And I'm gonna continue. I hope the weather gets better. And I'm gonna continue to the other side of the park because it continues all the way there, you know? So yeah, there are many places where there's an eternal flame. Here is a place for soldiers, by the way. They're not always here. You can feel the warmth from the eternal flame, by the way. And this is the central park of the War Museum, central museum of War of Great Patriotic War. I'm gonna tell you the proper name in just a second. I just need to get out of the rain. All right, this is Moscow City. I'm gonna explore the awesome, I hope it's awesome museum, but I think it is. Greeted by some artillery. So we're gonna explore this place, guys, with you. Subscribe and leave a like. Let's go. This is the Центральный музей, Central Museum of the Great Patriotic War 1941 to 45. Let's go in.